Greetings, my friends. Tis I, your host, the mighty Bluemagus. We're going to be having a guest later. Ty will be joining us here in a few minutes, assuming he got the link properly anyway. But I hope everyone's doing all right. We're going to be having a good time right now and trying to be a little more laid back, but still kind of fun. Still kind of fun. From hitting the gym earlier today. So how's everybody doing? We got a couple people in here. Nice. I don't know where Ty is, though. He did get the link, I think. He's typing. He'll be here in a second. There we go. I'm just going to wait for him for a minute. Just start prepping your questions and shiggitish whatnot. I actually got a video uploading right now. It's been uploading for a solid 5 hours at least, but for some reason it's just should be up in about I don't know, 10, 20 minutes or so. I hope.
I'm late in. Sorry about that.
There you go. Hey Ty, go ahead and turn your video camera off because that might slow the stream down.
Yeah, hold on. I got it. All right.
There we go. That's better. Thank you.
Yeah, so
All right. Yeah, it's on.
All right, cool.
Okay, there you go. All right.
How's it going, peeps?
Okay, so this is a good AMA. Pretty much ask me whatever you feel like asking and stuff, and maybe we'll let's tell a couple stories, and we're gonna have a grand old time. Very, very grand old time. Let's see here.
Somebody's asking. Hi, Evan. Somebody's asking. What's my avatar? Some chick from Mesopotamia? No. Oh, what? Oh, you mean mine from on here or mine on YouTube?
I think he means this one on here. It's very obviously a Haruko.
Yeah, it's Haruko from Fully Cooley. Favorite animated film? I have quite a few of them. Well, if I can just name one, probably have to go with Oh, Fist of the North Star. The original 1986 one.
So someone asked, so Danny, if you went to Disney to create an animated movie of any subject, including PG-13, what would it be about? I'd probably make something action movie based, something that's more martial artsy, because I haven't seen Disney do that, and that's pretty much what my forte is. Like I like it when punches get thrown and people get hurt.
I'm glad to be on that. Well, for me, it'd probably be that, but combined with somebody who's a slasher killer. The martial artist would be a slasher. As a matter of fact, that actually brings up the question: would anybody like to see The Rock in a horror film, like as a killer?
Hey, I'm gonna be adding someone else. The more the merrier.
No, I'm cool with that. Would anybody like to see that? Anybody? Anybody want to see that?
The Rock.
The Rock as a
The Rock in a horror movie?
Yeah, as a slasher. He's big enough for it. Because he's done comedy, he's done some drama, he's done those crappy natural disaster movies, but he's never done horror.
Seeing it, I think he would be fine for it.
You know who else? You know what else?
As long as because the dude brims with charisma, you know, you gotta find a way to let him talk.
I don't know. Maybe he could do a remake of the Nail Gun Massacre. I think it would work.
So someone's asking me if there are any notable serial killers from Virginia. I'm actually not a serial killer buff. Like the most I really know about serial killers comes from watching Rob Dyke's show.
Oh yeah.
To my knowledge, about the only one I know from Virginia is the South Side Strangler. That's it.
Yeah. Hi, Melanie.
So yeah, I don't know a lot about serial killers and stuff. So someone asks if I'm a Twisted Metal fan. If so, what's wrong with 3 and 4 for you? I hated how they had nothing to do with the originals and fucked up Needle's story. I actually like 4. You know, I know people like to give me shit for that, but I don't know. Twisted Metal 4 for me was the first one I ever played, and it's the one I always think back to whenever I think of really fun Twisted Metal games. So I don't know what people hate for it. And are we really looking for stories in a game series about crashing cars into each other? I don't know. It just seems to me it's completely superfluous.
I've actually never played the Twisted Metal series. I've never touched that series. So
Played it when I was a kid.
Angel, how's it going? I haven't talked to you forever.
All right. I was like, wait, don't I know that guy?
Yeah, you were from. I met you at NerdCon years ago.
Yeah, that was a long ass time ago, dude.
It was. Yeah, and Kay doesn't do fucking cons anymore because both of them flop so bad. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling she was from the Omaha area. I wasn't quite sure where she's from, but I'm all the way in Virginia.
I'm
Kansas.
Yeah, I'm in Kansas City.
Yeah, but like I have relatives out in Kansas City, so I've been out there before.
I've been out to Omaha. I've been down to Dallas. I've been everywhere. So
I am stuck in the freaking boonies. I hate my area.
Oh, I live out in the suburbs. I'm a suburban kid. I admit I still live with my parents.
I live way out, like way past the suburbs. Like I wouldn't know where the heck the suburbs would be. It's that far away from me.
Not a serial killer.
Basically, you live kind of. Basically, if I get what you're saying, if this were, since this is Millard, you'd basically be living over by Chimney Rock. If this were Nebraska, essentially, which is basically on the other side of Nebraska.
See, Melly's saying this.
you still looking at the chat?
Yeah, Melly said this stream is gay and filled with AIDS. You're gay and filled with AIDS, Melly. Yeah.
Who isn't? Who isn't gay and filled with AIDS anymore?
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were all, you know, I thought everyone has AIDS. You know, it had that song.
Right. If you're not gay and filled with AIDS, then you're the freak. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. But you're fucking a white man.
You're fucking a white man.
You're fucking a white male. Well, you're gay and you got AIDS. Yeah. Pwned you, didn't I?
There it is. What's Fate Zero?
Oh my god.
What's Fate
What
Zero?
if Disney did Dracula? I think. Wait, guys. This is a good question. What if Disney did Dracula? I think it would.
No.
Oh, come on, that was like the best pun. No one heard it.
No.
I said it would suck. Okay. If that's still too much for you, okay, it bites. This is why I'm not a paid comedian. I'd be shot dead by a producer. I could jete on any kind of producer's office, and I'd make one joke, and they would look me square in the eye, pull out a gun, point it at me, and say, "You make one more pun that badly, I am pulling the trigger on you, and then pulling it on myself with your shenanigans."
Me and my friends, we just talk constantly in puns. By the way, West Coast Emerald Bowl, I'm doing fine. But like, for instance, earlier today, we're on a Discord server, right? And somebody posts this GIF where this Skyrim soldier, you know, in the very beginning, how he gets decapitated.
Yeah.
But the game bugged out, so once he got decapitated, he stood up and drew his axe and started running around. And somebody was like, when you're sentenced to death, but you're still determined to do your duty, and someone else was like, decapitated.
Oh.
Hey, wait, I got a better one for you. You know why he's using an axe? Because it has an axe head.
Who needs your real head when you've got an axe head?
Hey, hang on. He should be running around trying to kill Johnny Depp. No one gets that joke, Sleepy Hollow?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That was a little obscure.
That one's kind of obscure.
That movie is a little old, I guess.
I never saw that one. It's one of the few Tim Burton movies I never watched.
I like it.
Somebody's
It's
making
a
a
good
Danny
movie.
Phantom joke in the chat.
Wow.
I'm still behind. Okay, let me see that.
Oh, Danny,
I would not-
Hey, were you just 14 years on? There's a problem with that. When I was just 14, my parents weren't around.
Oh, no.
It's funny because it's sad and true at the same time.
Yeah.
Aw. Rip.
Oh,
All right, though, I'm a tough guy. It braced me for the real world.
it's all right, man. As long as I'm here, I'm keeping you tough. Me and Harley.
Thanks, Drake. All right, let's see. Would you ever cosplay as a character? Well, I don't know anything about Fate Zero, but I like some of the character designs I've seen from it, so it's a possibility.
What is that? What's Fate Zero?
Fate Zero is an anime, and it's pretty good from what little I've seen of it.
I've never heard of it.
The idea is that there's a bunch of people who are called to participate in basically this mini competition / war to win the Holy Grail, which will grant you a wish.
So it's a little bit like Monty Python.
Oh, hold on, because how they do it is you have to be a powerful enough summoner to summon a hero of old. Like, for instance, the main characters, his summon is King Arthuria. And there's somebody else summons Gilgamesh, and somebody else summons X, Y, or Z. They're not called by their names, though. They're called by, like, Saber or Lancer or Archer. And it's actually pretty interesting.
It does sound interesting. I like the character designs I've seen in it, and I bet I could get into it if I would sit down and watch it.
That sounds okay.
Yeah, if I sat down and watched it, I'd probably really like it. It's like how I haven't seen JoJo yet. Don't shoot me, but I know if I sat down and watched it, I would really get into it.
Oh, I don't even talk about what animes I haven't watched. I'm such a bad weeb.
Well, I'm a bad weeb. Yay, my video is uploaded and now it's processing. It's gonna take a while. So whenever the stream is done, people should go and watch that.
I only know about JoJo through the video games. Like, I never actually watched Battle Tendency. I played the Phantom Blood video game. I grew up with the old Stardust Crusaders fighting game, and then there was the one that was based off Golden Wind. Other than that, I never read Diamond is Unbreakable. I never read Stone Ocean or Steel Ball Run. So
I know JoJo through that one weird GIF where that guy is playing with a cherry on his tongue.
oh, you mean?
Wait, hang on.
It's just like so fucking weird. Why would I want to watch that?
I actually made a video about that, and I captioned it. This is how you eat pussy.
That's perfect, though.
It's so weird.
You can't really say it's not how you do it.
It's not.
I can.
Well,
And the hangout goes silent.
What? Wait, you don't like when people tongue your cherry?
Not like that. That's a little
Oh, come on, it'd be funny, you know. It'd be funny, you know, someone goes down, he just goes.
If he did that, I would kick him. I'd be like, nope, we're done.
Oh.
Goodbye. Get out of my apartment.
How about this?
Leave. Even if it were my boyfriend who I lived with. Even if it were my boyfriend who I lived with, if they made that noise while going down on me, I would kick them out of my apartment.
I'm gonna tell someone
Not
to do
you.
that to you just because I want it to be funny.
Well,
funny as
CJ's
shit.
coming down next month, so.
DJ, you mean America Burger?
Mhm.
Oh shit. What's he going up for?
Nice.
He had already planned to come down, and we decided we're gonna have a board game night. It's gonna be fun.
Cool, cool.
Cool.
I've been wanting to.
What game are you gonna play?
For a while.
Last board game I played was Arkham Horror, and I really liked it.
I haven't played a board game since. Fuck. Mousetrap. That was the last one I remember.
Wow.
Oh God. What was
No,
the last
I got
board
hooked on
game we
video
played?
games too much when I was a kid. So I had
You
Mousetrap
like
and Splat. You guys remember Splat?
What is it? Dead
Corkle?
or whatever that Zandy game is?
What is it?
Wasn't it Corkle? No, I'm sorry. I was talking to my boyfriend.
Yeah, no, definitely Corkle.
Yeah, no, Corkle was the last board game we sat down, but the most intricate one more recently was this zombie game where you build the map as you go. It was pretty fun.
Was it? No. The winter one? No. That's the one where... Shit.
Can you guys even hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, he's picking up from all the way across the apartment then.
No,
Yo!
we can hear him. How's it going, dude?
Hi, people!
Hello, person.
Going, dude.
You know, I actually got like a BattleTech set in the corner over there, and I haven't played it yet because nobody wants to sit down and try and learn it with me.
I don't know anything about that shit.
Well, BattleTech looks fun, you know. You got mechas, you got more mechas, you got explosions, and you got robots. It sounds fun. I want to play with someone, but I can't find anyone who wants to actually sit down and try and learn the game with me.
I'm sorry, I was talking.
I think you got an echo there.
Oh, no, I have the live chat up on my phone, and sometimes it freezes if I don't play it for like a second.
Well, I usually
All right.
do that shit, but it'll work. Whatever works.
Let's see here. What do you guys think of my OC for my metal manga Heavy Saga? I've seen it. It looks pretty good. I like it.
Let me see.
And yes, Melly, you are still
I haven't
gay
seen
and
it.
filled with AIDS.
What is it? What OC character?
Let's see here. Dude, I want to write a book about a pansexual Satan who skull fucks a chick demon. What the fuck?
What?
That's not too far off from one of the books I tried to write.
Fuck you, Dave.
Okay, please continue. I'm interested now.
Okay, that was half a joke. Although, I did once try to write a book where it was basically the overall, like, summarizing. There was a team of 2 angels, 2 demons, and 3 vampires who were battling over control of the coming apocalypse.
If it was a porn, it'd be the coming apocalypse.
Although
See-
I recently did actually write, I need to edit it. I did write a horror comedy, I guess is what it would be called, or an urban fantasy comedy, question mark, about a guy who was haunting his own zombified body, and every single chapter title is either a pun or the beginning of a joke.
I think I saw that on Tumblr somewhere. Like someone said, "What if a ghost haunted their own body?" And he was just making sarcastic remarks to it, like, "No, don't go over there, dumbass. You're gonna fall down. You fell down the stairs." That's
Part of where I got my inspiration for it, but I took it in a slightly different direction.
Alright.
But the guy ends up this old voodoo master who is a short old black man in a white suit, like a pure white suit, convinces this African studies professor to help him raise a body and start the zombie apocalypse. Which the Parasol Pharmaceutical Company is teaming up with him to provide the drug to solve it, sort of a Dead Rising style. Like the drug, the Zombrex from it. And the ghost guy teams up with a redheaded psychic to stop him. And yes, the Parasol Pharmaceuticals is a reference to Umbrella Corps. The guy in the book is actually, at one point, is like, what the fuck is this, Resident Evil? There's a lot of lamp shading. It's really fun.
That sounds interesting. I'm just still working on my comic book.
Yeah, two of them both have one that takes place in the. We have two, and both of them take place in the same universe.
Yeah, we're kind of doing the Robert E. Howard Lovecraft thing where they both take place in the same universe. Albeit ours are going to be more tonal consistent. Because whereas Lovecraft wrote a bunch of stories that were horror related, Robert E. Howard wrote fantasy pulp. But they're in the same continuity.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I mean, everybody knows my OC because they always see it. One of them.
Someone's asking if I've seen the Emoji Movie trailer. I've seen the trailer, and I think that's what gave everyone. It's what turned everyone gay and have AIDS.
Yeah, and want to know what's worse? It replaced Popeye.
That replaced Popeye with a movie that gave everyone gay AIDS.
We were gonna
gave everyone gay.
Just let that sink in for a minute. We were gonna get Popeye from Gendy Tartakovsky. He was supposed to be making it.
Instead, they replaced it with Gades. Sony, what hell have you wrought?
No, I'm sorry. The only movie that gives everyone Gades is Suicide Squad. What?
Hey, I like that movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
You can be wrong.
Well, yeah. I liked it. I thought it was dumb fun.
Well, I like trash.
It can be dumb fun all at once. It ruined the two characters it was banking on. So.
Let me guess, Joker and Harley?
Yes.
It didn't ruin them that bad.
Shut up! I'm not getting on my soapbox.
Oh no! Now you've done it. Oh no!
Going in. She's going in.
Okay, I'm actually interested in hearing what you got to say, but I think we may have to put that on hold for a minute because it sounds like it would be a really, really long-winded one. People are asking some questions.
Okay.
You about to do it?
Let's see here.
Sweet tooth gives you strawberry with what?
Man, I'm really behind on these. Let's see, people asking.
What does Ty think of Danny's dick?
Fuck you, David.
It has to be David. I guarantee. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna see. Just keep that talking. It's David, of course. I don't even got to scroll down. It's David. I just know it.
It's obvious. It's obvious.
Yeah, it's David. Hi, Dave. You're one hot pickle. You guys need to know the context of that. Like me and
no, the context will ruin it.
We all have these little nicknames. I'm a horse. My girlfriend's a bird, and Dave's a pickle.
Yeah, okay.
And just the other night, I was at my job and stuff, and I had this thing called a hot pickle. That's what it's called. It's called a hot. It's just a pickle, like in pickle juice. It's like spicy or something like that. I don't know. And I sent him a little video of me saying, the only solace I have at this boring job is that you're here with me, Dave. You're one hot pickle. I can probably find that video somewhere and upload it somewhere, I guess. But yeah, Dave is a hot. I'm thinking of actually buying one and mailing one to Dave, just so he could eat himself on camera.
Sell that shit on RedTube. So,
man eats himself on camera. Hot.
Hot pickle action.
Let's see here. I hear people like the Suicide Squad porno. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. I'm interested though. Let's see. Someone's asking me what I hate about Milo Yiannopoulos. For me, he's a phony and a thief. Hey! That's a real big fat phony!
Hey, you call him a phony?
Why a phony, actually?
I have no idea. Like I don't view Milo as a phony. To me, he just seems like a douche.
He is. He absolutely is.
In a good way.
I don't know that
in really a good way. It's just I mean,
don't
for
know
a
that
while,
I'd say it's a good or bad way. He's just a douche. That's what he does. He's a professional provocateur. That's what he does.
I mean,
that's what he does.
he's like Maddox almost. If Maddox was gay, liked it up the pooper, and was heavily conservative. I mean, the guy was even calling Trump daddy for a while.
That was funny.
It was funny. I mean, I'll give it to Milo.
Daddy Trump.
I mean, I'll give it to Milo. You know, he can be funny at times with his intentional provocateur stuff, but overall, yeah, I would say the guy's a douche. It's like he reminds me of Dave from Code Monkeys, not the hot pickle, but it's like he's fun to watch, but you know, if you met him, you might punch him in the face.
I think Milo's okay. I know Milo's a very controversial type of person, but I think that's the whole point.
Exactly.
Like I'm pretty sure that's the whole point.
I mean, it is the whole point and stuff, but it's like, you know, he's still, just because he's a self-aware douche doesn't mean he's not a douche.
I agreed completely.
Yeah, but
Apparently, Silent Bob's in here. Why are you talking? Gotcha. You're a big fat phony. Let's see here. To me, he's a phony because he joined Gamergate, but to promote anti-feminism instead of the real issue, journalism integrity. I actually saw what Milo was doing for the journalism integrity part, and I think he was doing relatively well with pointing out some actual serious stuff. It's just after the Gamergate died down, he went back to his old intentional provocateur ways, but this time he had a much bigger audience to do it with.
Mm-hmm. I definitely don't agree with everything he says, but I think his points of view a lot of times are interesting, which is why I personally watch him.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like he'll raise a good point once in a while, and you're like, yeah, I guess that's kind of true, so I have to consider it. It's kind of like the reason I watch Paul Joseph Watson.
Mm-hmm, same.
Yeah, it's like I know for a fact he's gonna. I have this thing, okay. I know for a fact that eventually I'm going to turn on pretty much every single political person I follow online because that's what I always do. Like, I used to be a really big fan of Lee Camp, but I can't stand that douchebag anymore.
Because he's.
And I suspect that Paul Joseph Watson is going to be the first guy that I turn on.
I guess it depends on what he does, to be honest.
He's definitely one of the more further right people that I watch on a regular basis. And he's probably the one that I watch that's like quote unquote right leaning or whatever, that I disagree with the most. But
it's like
I don't know. I wasn't surprised by the Trump presidency because of something I saw on his channel. Because he brought on this statistician who actually looked at the numbers that people were predicting the Hillary presidency off of. And he pointed out that these were numbers based off of like 8 for every, one Republican voting, 8 or 10 or some other ridiculous number. Democrats would be voting for Hillary. And I was like, well, he was pointing out how that doesn't sound right. It didn't sound right to me either at all, particularly with how, because of the primary, how many Democrats were just kind of disheartened or didn't want Hillary for any reason whatsoever and stuff like that. And that's the kind of reason why I watch people that I don't agree with a lot. Because sometimes you find things like that. And just because you don't agree with them most of the time doesn't mean that there's no points that they're going to make that are valid.
Yeah, that's like I think the one reason why I keep Paul Joseph Watson in my subscription box, I'm probably going to keep him in there for a really long time, is primarily because even though I do get feeling of douchebag from him, like he just gives off that aura. He knows how to make a good point. He's quick to the point. He's quick to he's quick to point out something. And yeah, his depression video was pretty dumb. That's not a lot. That's not a lot.
That's one time here that I disagreed with. One of those one times that I'm like, okay, you had a point right up until the part when you called depression just a form of sadness.
Yeah, it's like
mental illness. That's come on, man.
Yeah, it's
I
like
believe some people say that they're depressed when they're just sad.
Yeah, I would agree with that. In fact, I know people who do that. It's like, I have clinical depression. I've had it for almost 10 years now. At least since I was formally diagnosed with it. But I do know people who will fake depression or say that they have depression when in reality they're just moody and quick to get sad. So it's like I understand the confusion. It's just he's still incorrect about it.
I didn't watch the video, so I can't comment on the video itself.
If you actually watch it and stuff, again, it's just like you understand where he's coming from. It's just he's wrong. Mm-hmm. He's factually wrong.
Well, I always say you really shouldn't be arguing against somebody if you don't understand their point of view. Yeah. Because if you don't understand their point of view, you can't really argue effectively against it because you don't understand it.
Exactly. That's why Suicide Squad's a good movie.
Oh my God, no. No, it's not. It's really not.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. That swerve. I'm a WWE writer. Swerve.
You wish.
Do you really want me to go into this? Because, like, man, I need to stretch. I need to prep, man.
What are they asking about?
We'll go into that in a little bit, but some people are still asking the question. Oh, God. He sounds like he's heard it like a million times.
He kind of has.
So many times.
You know, I feel you on that one, Danny. I mean, basically, both of us kind of turned on the Young Turks after a while.
What?
Oh my God.
We used to watch them back when they had good points, and then they wound up becoming full of themselves.
I'm fucking better than you.
I hate Anna Katsarian now. I used to watch the Young Turks every day after school. I'm not even kidding here. When I was in high school, they were my news outlet. Yeah. Don't kill me. I was young.
But I used to watch them too, Danny. Don't feel bad. I used to watch them too.
Yeah, but I'll never forget what actually made me unsubscribe from them, because they were promoting the Potty Mouth Princess Brigade, and I was like,
yeah,
no, I am sick and tired of people using children as weapons and defensive tactics, okay? It's like, you can't criticize this because they're kids. They're just kids. Leave them alone. When in reality, they are nothing but propped up by their politically driven, paranoid parents. Alliteration. And they're just used to shove their agenda down your throat. Like, no, that is inexcusable. And it was all to sell T-shirts.
I'm gonna slightly go against the grain here. Mind you, I was not very political until probably Gamergate. So the original run of the Potty Mouth Princess for the LGBT thing, I didn't really have a problem with it, personally. I still don't really have a problem with them using the children as long as they're not using the children as shields. Like, just having the cussing children, whatever. I don't care. But it's what they're trying to say with it. Like, the new, like... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I actually did see them using the children as shields. I saw various interviews with the parents and stuff.
Interviews with the parents.
Yeah, the interviews with the parents, and they would always have the kids with them. And, like, all the kids could say, possibly, is like little buzzwords and buzz phrases that they put in their head. Like, I'll never forget whenever I watched one interview
Mom and Dad told
where...
Essentially.
Yeah, well, I watched one interview, and this really, really ticked me off, okay? So I was watching this parent try to talk about the Potty Mouth Princess Brigade and how important it was. And she had her kid on there, and the interviewee would ask the kid a question, and the kid had no idea how to answer it. Her mom frequently would, like, just come in and cut her off and say, no, see, sweetie, you got to say this like that, you know? And I was just blown away. And then whenever the interviewer actually asked a question, do you think this is abuse? The parent responded with the most mind-numbingly stupid response I've ever heard in my entire life. She goes, to me, child abuse is rape. I'm like...
I saw that. Child abuse is rape. I'm like...
It's child abuse.
I'm like, so you only think the only way you can abuse a child is sexually? You can't do it mentally? You can't do it physically? Blow me. Yeah, that was a joke of the thing. Yeah, like, I was completely flabbergasted by just how many times that they were using these children as shields. And there was another one, actually. Yeah, they had another campaign. It was break the silence on domestic violence, and that's literally all the little girl could say in the interview.
That's the one.
The parent was saying everything else and stuff, but every time they would come to the girl, she would just say something like, we got to break the silence on domestic violence. I'm like, what is it?
What the fuck does that even mean? The girl's just regurgitating what you told her to say.
Exactly,
She's not a fucking activist. You put that shit in her head.
They're using their kids as political weapons. They're not letting their kids be, kids. That bothers me. I mean, like, I get it if you actually have an intelligent kid who's actually politically charged or something like that, or who's actually relatively aware of the world around them. I get that, but I mean, they're still kids, I mean, they probably only care just because their parents care.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, like that potty mouth Princess Brigade. Initially, I'm not offended by language. I use coarse language in my videos all the time. Right. But so whenever they were saying things like fuck, shit, piss, cunt, bullshit like that, it's like I'm not offended by it. I don't care. What bothered me was the fact that again they prop these kids up, weaponized them, and then they brought them on interviews, and the kids had absolutely no idea what they were talking about. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, basically they just put all these ideas in their heads that they don't know about.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got pretty political these past few years, honestly. I'm kind of surprised myself.
I actually see a lot of people, especially recently, who I never thought of as political. Like a lot of the people that I watch that just don't have political channels, I've seen so many of them start to either speak up for one side or the other, which unfortunately is how it is right now. It's, one side or the other. There's no nuance in anything anymore.
Well, one of the reasons I turned on my politics blog on Facebook. I got sick and tired of everyone whining about politics or whining about Trump. When majority of the time, all they share is CNN and shit.
I mean, this isn't the only time I'll ever talk about politics on a video, because I know for a fact that if I can't do political videos, okay? My anxiety would drive me crazy. Like, I mean, of course I have political views, but people aren't really getting like the whole depth of my political views, and I mostly keep it close to the vest because I personally view myself as a bit of an idiot. I think I have good ideas at times. It's just deep down I don't view myself as very intelligent, and I certainly, and I'm only 25 years old. I mean, I'm not going to be able to properly disseminate the nuances of the world. I'm 25 and I got all this government stuff figured out. So why aren't I president? I'm going to run in 2020.
Everybody thinks they know about government. They really don't.
Yeah, it's like I know a little bit. I know a few, and I know that my ideas make sense in my head. But at the same time, I recognize that most people have ideas that make sense in their head, and my ideas could sound like total dog shit to everyone else. And their ideas
idealistic. Idealistic.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking earlier actually about idealism and stuff.
Yeah, I saw your guys' comment on there.
Yeah, but like we went actually like straight to the DMs and started talking about a little couple political thing. Mm-hmm. About how I'm a bit of an idealist, and I recognize that most of my views are actually pretty in a perfect worldy, and I recognize that's pretty much full of shit. It's like I personally believe my political views are full of shit. I still have them, of course, and I still strongly believe them. It's just I still have that deep-seated idea that I'm full of shit.
West Coast Emerald Bull is talking about Bernie Sanders, and if you don't mind, if I could talk just a little bit about Bernie. It's your stream though, so.
Because I am actually not a fan. Go ahead.
When it comes to Bernie, it's like this. The reason I wanted him to win the Democratic primary is because I never got the feeling of fake from him. Like when I look at Hillary, I think I see snake.
Right. That
lady is a snake. She is doing this for her own gain. She has no real ideas. She's a snake. When I look at Bernie, I was like, I bet he's genuinely nice. He seems like he genuinely cares. And he does have like a genuinely good track record of being on the right side of history. You know, like the guy protested with Martin Luther King. That's really about all I can say right now. And I know he's a bit on the socialist side, but you know, I at least get the idea that he's genuine. You know.
For me, I thought that Bernie was the only one that deserved the presidency, I guess, is the way I want to word it. At least out of the major candidates, including the, you know, Jill Stein and what's his fuck?
Gary Johnson.
Yeah, what's his fuck?
What's his fuck? Gary, I'm going to fake a heart attack on camera because of marijuana. Johnson.
What's Aleppo? Anyway, but out of all of the candidates, I thought Bernie deserved it the most, but I don't like seeing people kind of hold him up as perfect, I guess. I see a lot of people talk about him as if he has no flaws whatsoever. And me, I'm one of those people who I was like, I'm progressive until I saw what progressives were doing.
I was actually a progressive for a really long time, and then when I saw a lot of what the progressive movement was turning into, I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Right, exactly. Like, I always thought of myself as a progressive until I saw what progressives were doing, and I just was like, oh God, no. Oh God.
Same with me. That's how it was for me. I was a progressive.
It's just a prank, bro.
Don't let up to that.
Progressive is just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
But and Bernie Sanders is a progressive in a lot of ways. He's way more progressive than I am, in fact. And if he had gotten the presidency, I'm not going to pretend like everything would be peachy and fine. I would be worried about a lot of the legislation that would be proposed that is more progressive, because we've seen what they're pushing for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, this is not the only political belief I have when it comes to Trump. I'll give it to Trump, at least. I mean, and then this is a big at least, okay? But at least he's not towing the more politically correct line that we've had recently, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, I know a strong pull in the opposite direction isn't always the right direction to go in just because you don't like the current political climate. But I mean, I'll take it right now because I got really sick and tired of being called a racist, a homophobe, a sexist, or something like that. And
I got sick of being called a coon.
Yeah, and you know what really got me? This happened recently. Now she actually deleted her account now, but I have a cosplayer friend. I'm not gonna give her name out, but she was talking to me about like white supremacy and stuff, and she said I was low key a white supremacist. I'm like, what? Me?
No.
A white supremacist? Are you kidding?
Well, everybody's a Nazi now.
Well, I did not see this coming. But yeah, it's like, I'm not a white supremacist. I'm like one of the most, like, geez, like, dang, Ty, you're one of my best friends. And did you know I was a white supremacist?
I didn't know that at all. Apparently, yeah, I shouldn't be talking to you.
You've been friends with a Nazi all that for almost 10 years.
Yeah, low key though, low key, Nazis are kind of a fetish of mine.
Giggity.
The uniform and the German accent.
It's the German accent and the uniform, but that's beside the point.
For me.
You will lick my boots before I whip you again.
Don't do that.
Hail Führer!
No, stop. You guys are gonna start hearing vibrations in the background.
Well, for me.
Hail Führer! We want to burn some books and shoot some Jews.
I have a tentacle within reach. I'm just saying.
Holy crap!
I think I'm joking. No, I bought it for $120 just to smack people with it.
Isn't that a bigger tentacle?
Yeah, it's a tentacle from Bad Dragon.
Yes, we got those at
the Führer now.
It stays on top of the TV that we have connected to the old consoles.
The Führer will stay on top of you next.
That's not the one that goes on your finger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anyways,
Again,
his name is Jeffrey, but it's spelled like Geoffrey.
I've seen that. Jeffrey Geoff. I've seen people say that all the time.
He's super soft and cuddly until he needs to smack a bitch.
Anyways, for me,
Mein Fiora is soft and cuddly till he needs to smack a bitch. And I say, hotta daddy.
anyways,
I'm just-
Oh, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Yeah, it blew me away that someone actually had a perception of me as a low-key white supremacist. I'm like, no.
well, considering me, dude, you know how I get treated as a black person. I get called Coon and Uncle Tom just because I happen to question progressivism.
Somebody who I thought was a friend of mine, it was about the whole grab him by the pussy controversy, mind you, was the discussion.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I've always maintained, like, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, well, it couldn't have possibly been consensual. And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, of course it was consensual. He let her. And I just look at the statement and I'm like, well, throwing out the fact that we're talking about him talking about a hypothetical situation in a joking manner. This wasn't something that actually happened. It was a joke and a hypothetical.
What he was saying was, I got what he was saying. He's saying when you're a celebrity, girls want to fuck you.
Right. No, but I mean, throwing all that out because, you know, that's rational. Let's not do rational. Saying they let you does not either imply lack of or the, you know, giving consent. It doesn't imply either. It's open.
I mean, I watched Barron.
She unfriended me for this because I was quote unquote defending Trump.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you can't
like,
defend. It's
like,
ridiculous.
I'm being neutral. I'm being more neutral than Obama about Fidel Castro's death.
Ouch.
Well, to be fair, he was being actually not. I'm really impressed with how neutral he was. If you actually look at his statement, like, he's not saying anything bad, but we all know what he's saying, and it's pretty slick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, about that whole grab of the pussy thing, I actually watched Bearing for a while, and he did a video about that, and Steve Shives went into the whole thing about it. You know, it's Steve Shives, so you know he's dumb. Steve Shives is straight up dumb.
I am #blocked by Steve.
Yeah, I'm blocked by Steve. I never even tweeted the guy, and I'm blocked by Steve.
Same.
I think everyone. I'm pretty certain Steve's block list could probably encompass half the entire planet. Like, I don't know what kind of block bots that guy uses, but I swear those things put Skynet to shame. But yeah, anyway, he was going into about the whole consent thing, and I was just thinking, you know, he is kind of right. You know, just because you let someone doesn't mean it implies consent. I mean, if someone holds a gun to my head and tries to fondle my genitals and says, I will shoot you if you don't let me do this, I mean, yeah, he's kind of right. I mean, I don't want them to fondle my genitals, but I also don't want to get shot in the face.
Right.
I mean, it's
Which
like
is why I say it doesn't imply consent either way. It doesn't imply that they were giving consent, but it also doesn't imply a lack of consent, essentially, either.
That's a bit on
and like to me, it was hypothetical locker room talk.
Right.
And,
I agree.
And everyone of them was like, "This is how men talk in the locker room. You should be ashamed of yourselves."
Right.
I'm like,
off. That's my answer.
I'm like, you mean that we get kind of vulgar sometimes and we say stupid shit?
So do women.
Congratulations.
So do women. Women are
of being
just
human.
as bad, if not worse.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times that I'm just like, hey, I'm going to get on that ass? Like, I imply that I'm going to rape all of my friends' buttholes all the time. Because jokes.
Dan knows what I post all the time on my Facebook.
I don't think I can actually have a conversation without a sexual something or other being thrown out. At least 3 times by me.
Oh,
nice. I'm kind of the same way. It's like, you know, everyone's a bit everyone's a bit perverted. Some people are more closeted perverted, but some people are openly perverted. It's like, come on, we've all thought some dirty stuff. Some of us just happen to say it out loud, and some of us may say stupid shit once in a while.
Anime Heat says the Trump grab him by the pussy comments imply that he could do whatever he wants because he was famous.
No.
I mean, even if that's what he was implying, it's not entirely wrong.
I mean, you know, it's like
And
they're
I
still
got
they're
the
still trying.
context of what he was
Like,
saying.
they still want to fuck him because he's famous. You know, that's what that meant by
Like,
that.
e-
Basically
that-
what
that's
he
what
was
I'm
saying.
saying. Like, even if that is what he meant, it's not untrue.
It's like, you know, I hate how I have to
Doesn't really
I
matter.
hate how we actually have to discuss this, like defend this or something like that. It's silly. It's really silly.
And I mean, you could tell by not only by his tone, but by the reaction of his friend that it was all a joke. Like, he was being hyperbolic.
He's playing around, you know.
The guy laughed, like, really, like, afterwards. Like, not forced laughter, not uncomfortable laughter. It was clearly a joke.
Yeah, he just.
And I'm sorry, anybody who says any joke for any reason is unacceptable, just stop.
I mean, I already
Get a
lost
sense of
friend to
humor.
a raunchy joke I made. I've lost friends on Facebook to raunchy jokes.
Like, I don't care if you personally find the joke distasteful, but you can't demand that somebody not joke about one thing because it's quote-unquote sacred or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the other day. I mean, about a week or two ago, I posted that autistic screeching meme,
Mhm.
and people were jumping on through. It's like, there's no need to joke about autism. I'm like,
Like, dude, I'm
Dude.
autistic. I can do that.
my girlfriend has PDD-NOS. I don't want to hear shit about how I can't joke about autism when she does it.
Like, I got fucking Asperger's syndrome. Of course, I don't mind joking about autism. I joke about autism all the time.
It's like my dad died of cancer, and I'm still gonna make cancer jokes. I mean, don't tell me how to talk. Don't tell me how to think. Don't tell me what I find funny. I'm gonna. It's just gonna make me rebel and want to do it more.
My grandmother actually died of cancer, and there was one time where I told somebody to not make a joke about cancer, and that's because it was like a month afterwards, and it was still really fresh, and I was just like, I don't care if you make the jokes, just maybe not around me right now, because
Yeah,
you know, obviously, the person closest to me in my life had just died of cancer, but wasn't like, you can't make those jokes. I was just like, can we not do that around me right now, please? Thanks. And
Yeah,
they were
that's
like,
perfectly-
oh, okay. And then
Like,
a month later, I was cracking, cancer jokes. So,
Ironic because I'm under this kid.
Yeah, but people are requesting that we not talk about politics right now. At least one person's requesting.
okay.
Okay, but I guess we can all go ahead and drop the political talk. You know, I'm Mr. Idiot. Ty, you're a dumb assy.
Oh, I'm also a coon and an Uncle Tom.
Yeah, you're a coon assy, and she's into Nazis.
And a gender traitor.
That too.
And a gender traitor.
Apparently.
You told me about that. The gender traitor.
Have you seen Don't Breathe?
Yeah,
I have no idea what Don't Breathe is.
It's the one with the blind guy. There's a couple. It's about a couple of people that go into a house to steal something, and the blind guy's basically like Daredevil.
Huh.
Where he's basically got really good hearing and all that shit. I never saw it, but I heard it was directed by Eli Roth. That's why I didn't want to watch it.
Oh, Eli
Yeah.
Roth.
I'm like, nah, I ain't watching that shit.
It's
Like if I hear
Yeah.
the words Eli Roth, the same reason when I hear the words M. Night Shyamalan, like I'm not gonna watch.
Actually, supposedly he put out a halfway decent movie with Split.
that.
And then everyone got triggered by it because it misrepresents people with mental disorders.
Yeah, that was
Stop it.
silly.
Stop it.
Like, where were you motherfuckers when Me, Myself, and Irene was a thing? That one was all about fucking schizophrenia.
It was a comedy.
Yeah.
Who do you think would make a good Barbara Gordon or Batgirl in the new DC movie?
Huh, that's a good question, actually. Hopefully someone who can take a bullet in the abdomen. I'm kidding. Dark joke. Let's see. Who would be a good Barbara Gordon?
There's only one person that I can think of, but I don't think most people will agree with me. And
Who's
I
it?
don't entirely agree with me either, but the one person that comes to mind that I would kind of like to see try the role is Felicia Day. Maybe if she buffed up just a little bit.
I don't agree with yourself on that.
I've seen her do sort of like the badass redhead sort of thing. And So I think if she buffed up a little bit, and I've seen her do acting chops with a more serious role, unlike the more geeky gamer girl thing she usually does. I've seen her in a more serious role in Supernatural, and I liked her acting. I thought it was decent.
The problem I have with Felicia Day is she always kind of has that curious chipmunk face.
I can understand that.
So it's like, it's kind of hard for me to look at her and go, I can't, no, you're Squirrel Girl, not Batgirl.
I don't know, but like Barbara Gordon or Batgirl, as far as I understand, is kind of like that little, like, nerdy type girl who just decides one day that she's gonna fucking be a superhero.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kinda, but still, it's like, it's hard for me to imagine Felicia Day as Batgirl.
I can understand that.
Let's see, who would I think would be a good Batgirl, actually? I actually don't know about who I would have as Batgirl. I mean, if there was ever going to be a Batwoman, I would say get Mila Jovovich to play Batwoman. She would fucking kill that role.
Better hope that one.
What are recent animes that you've watched?
Paid much attention to many anime in recent years.
Sadly, I've tried putting anime off of my list for the moment because after the really bad anime episode I did last month,
I'm
trying to have a palate cleanse here.
Oh, you regret? What? You regret that?
What? No, I don't regret. No, I don't regret the video. It's just I regret everything I saw.
Oh.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to get the image of that fat, skinny black dude with the rhino horn for a dick, pelvic thrusting and grabbing his tits. Seriously, do not watch Jungle Day Iku. It hurts.
Apparently, there's a question for Ty and me.
Is that the one with the fucking big tittied lady? That's the one with the little kid who comes on camera and shit. I remember that. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Question.
Link has something for me and Angel. Tyrion, Angel, who's
yes.
Mortal Kombat 11, Ghostface, Pennywise, or Ash Williams. Oh, who do we want for Mortal Kombat 11?
I don't do fighting games.
Huh?
I don't do fighting games really. So.
I'm not much of a Mortal Kombat player. I wasn't too impressed with X.
I like Skullgirls and Smash that I'm terrible at.
Skullgirls. Skullgirls is the shit.
I'm terrible at fighting games, mind you, but I really like Skullgirls. I love the character designs. I think they're really interesting. And Squiggly is like my shit. I love her so much. I want to cosplay her really bad.
Valentine
Do it.
And Cerebella, those are my two favorites. Those are the ones I play.
I want to cosplay as Beowulf.
Yes, Beowulf's awesome.
I still need to get a proper Harley Quinn costume together. Had my hair like this for 2 years. Still haven't actually cosplayed any regular version of her.
Hey, do the Suicide Squad version.
No, God, no. Unless you mean the comics. The comics I will do. I want to do the Assault on Arkham versions. If you want to bait, like let me set up my little soapbox and I'll take over. No,
I'm just poking her now. It's like it's a stick. I'm like poking the. It's a wild angel. I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
For me, thing that exists in there that is called Harley Quinn is not Harley Quinn.
Someone's West Coast Emerald Bull says I should be Flynn Rider of Tangled.
I can totally see that. 100% you should do it.
Where?
You know what's funny? I've never actually seen Tangled.
It's really good.
I hear it's good. It looks fun.
Oh, I got another one. Rez Killa says, Blue, have you seen the Resident Evil movie?
Which one?
The newest one, Final Chapter.
Oh, I haven't seen the newest one. I've seen every other movie though. I have them all on DVD.
Although I'm surprised, everyone's saying Resident Evil 7 is really, really good. Actually,
no kidding.
Yeah, there's Nothing but positive.
You mean the game, not the movie?
new
Yeah, I was
game,
like,
the
people saying the
game.
movie's good?
No, the game is really good. I'm kind of surprised. Been 10 years since there's been a good Resident Evil game.
People are talking about Harley Quinn in the chat, and I'm just like, don't go on a tangent. Don't go on a tangent. Don't go on a tangent.
No, don't let her go on that tangent. Okay. I've been trying to get.
Someone said she needs to be Harley Quinn, not a roller derby chick. I'm like, you do know Harley Quinn was actually a roller derby chick in one comic.
Well, yeah, in the new Suicide Squad comics, that's one of the things she did. When she separated from Joker, she started her own life on Coney Island. And one of the things she did was she joined a roller derby team and then got kicked off for being too violent. But she still like hangs around the people she was on a team with. And on top of that, there's like this underground roller derby like death battle thing. And she joins that.
Nice.
It's actually really cool, and I think it suits her character really well. The new 52 comics, the Harley Quinn comics, are actually kind of spectacular. You finally get to see Harley be her own character away from the Joker's influence and really develop into her own thing. And while she might come off a little bit like DC's female Deadpool or whatever, I mean, she's always kind of leaned that way anyway outside of the Joker's influence. Like, I have some of the classic comics, and she's not that different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of comics, who would want to see a reboot of The Mask to make it fit more like the comic?
The Mask?
Comics. Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting.
You guys ever read the original Mask comic, like before the movie?
Yeah, they're violent.
Yeah, they're violent and bloody. I have a question. Who do you think would make a good Walter?
I'm really bad at those kinds of questions, so I'm gonna not answer it.
I was thinking Braun Strowman. He's somebody big and scary. I'd say Braun Strowman. I think he'd make a good Walter.
Certainly possible, yeah. I can kind of see it.
I'm trying to find who said that Margot Robbie made a good Harley.
Uh-oh.
Demon, okay.
Okay,
I mean, I could explain why I think she's a bad Harley.
I'm not
she
all about
made
that
bad
metal.
jokes, and I'm like, I love her. I make bad jokes.
And that's
Well, that's
not
the
all
thing,
about
though.
the metal. Sorry.
Harley makes dumb jokes, but not jokes that fall completely flat, like the ones that I saw. And on top of that, the blue didn't make any sense. So the character design in general just kind of... When I first saw it, if somebody hadn't said this is Harley from Suicide Squad, I wouldn't have guessed. I just like, what?
I would prefer it if she wore the black and red instead of the blue and red, because I think black and red would look better on her. But
also, on top of that, personally, while I think that Harley should have an accent, if you can't do the accent, just don't try. Just don't.
I don't think she tried.
She did in several parts. Like, every time she was trying to say, Mr. J, she would try, but she would do it a lot worse than I would. Or I just did.
Well, I think one reason why I didn't mind Margot Robbie's performance is, have you ever seen Natural Born Killers?
I think I might have at one point, but I don't remember it. So
okay, it seemed to me like Margot Robbie was channeling less Harley Quinn from the animated series and more Mallory Knox.
You're talking
especially in the prison scenes where she's kind of laughing maniacally, because there's one scene in Natural Born Killers where she uses her sexual wiles to entice a detective to try and get the upper hand on him.
Yeah.
And
mind you,
you're bringing up my favorite movie.
It's just like, it seems to me like Margot Robbie was channeling Mallory Knox more so than Harley Quinn. And I guess I can see people would be more upset with that, because she's supposed to be playing Harley Quinn, not playing Mallory Knox, pretending to be Harley Quinn. So I get the issues with the movie. It's just personally, I didn't mind it.
Well, and mind you, I have not written off Margot Robbie entirely. Supposedly, she's going to have a lot more creative input with the Gotham City Sirens movie, and she said that she's become a fan of the comics, kind of like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool thing.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that a similar thing happens where she really tries to make that character come alive in the the Gotham City Sirens movie. And if she does great with that, I will be totally on board. It's just a matter of, if she doesn't, then that proves it's not just a writer thing. It's not just the director. It's an issue with her not being able to portray the character or misunderstanding the character. And that will be the point where I will decide whether I am totally against her or I can see that it was a problem with other things. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, you're not totally against her. You're just still a bit on the fence.
Then the specific portrayal of Harley in the Suicide Squad, I don't think was a good portrayal of that character either. But I don't know if that's Margot Robbie's fault or the writers or directors or whatever.
I'll be honest, I think I'm enjoying the DCEU.
Whoever was in charge of the character designs for that movie does need to be like fired and never hired again. I do believe that. Because
I think Deadshot looked great.
He was probably the only one.
Oh, and Killer Croc looked pretty good too.
I didn't like it, the design. I thought it looked too stiff.
Well, I mean, he's supposed to be a brick shithouse, so I guess it was to me it was appropriate.
I don't know. Mind you, I'm comparing it to Assault on Arkham, which was not the greatest movie ever, but it was a really good portrayal of the Suicide Squad. So
Danny?
Yeah?
There's a new Salt compilation on. We'll watch it when we're done.
We'll have to. Let's see. I'm not doing the damn man buns. Stop asking. My hair's not even long enough to do it anymore.
The man bun.
Doodle Bob Square Doodle always comes in here every time I do a stream. He's like, do a man bun. My hair's not long enough to do a man bun anymore.
Man bun is for wimps. That's not manly stuff.
Let's see. I actually have to watch Assault on Arkham. It looks good.
it's so good.
I have to check. Maybe I'll check that out myself. I'm not too big.
Danny, I recommend that you read Vampire's Portrait. It's a yaoi series, but more like a shonen AI to me. You lost me at yaoi.
Yeah, I was gonna say yaoi, just right there.
Spielberg should make a Freakazoid movie.
Actually, I could kind of see that.
I can kind of see it, but I'd prefer someone who's more comic booky doing a Freakazoid movie.
Or like Edgar Wright or something.
Yeah, I think Edgar Wright would do a perfect Freakazoid movie.
James, come here. Tell me how to pronounce this.
Pronounce what?
Somebody's asking how to pronounce something, and it looks French, so I'm bringing over the person who spoke French.
Gilles Ray?
It looks like Gilles de Rais.
Gilles de Rais.
Gilles de Rais. Who has heard of Cradle of Filth? I'm not too big on metal, man.
That's all I got right now.
I'm not too big on metal. Somebody asked me about
Gilles de Rais.
James is bigger on metal than I am. I like girl rock.
You guys know I'm not into the screaming shit.
I'm not either, but there are a couple artists who do screaming that I like. Like, for instance, there's this, I guess you would call them industrial pop, technically, / industrial rock, who, they're called Aesthetic Perfection. They're actually doing a concert in Kansas City in February that I'm going to, and they have some screaming, but I like their music, like, a lot.
That's at least.
It's like, I'm not really hugely into screaming myself, but there are plenty of bands who do it that I like. For example, I really, really like Devin Townsend, and he does a lot of it. I recently got into this band called Through Fire, and they do a little bit of it, and I like it there. And
okay,
and I know it's bro metal, but I like Five Finger Death Punch, and they do a lot of it.
Wasn't that the band that was produced by Clown from Slipknot?
What?
Somebody told me they were produced by Clown from Slipknot.
I'm not sure about that.
Could be.
If I remember correctly, Five Finger Death Punch, one of the people from there played a clown in The Devil's Carnival.
What's that?
Oh, it's okay. Have you ever seen Rebo the Genetic Opera?
I have,
Yeah.
regrettably.
Yeah.
They made another movie that is much better, called The Devil's Carnival, where the idea is that there are these 3 quote-unquote sinners who died and are going through hell? Purgatory? I don't know They're not very clear about that, and what it portrays itself as a carnival. It also happens to, their stories line up with 3 of Aesop's fables. And it's actually really interesting, and the music is nice, and I would recommend it.
I wasn't.
I'm just handing out all the recommendations today.
Wait. So, an evil carnival is a metaphor for hell?
No, I mean, it's supposed to be either hell or purgatory or something to that effect.
Wait,
But
hang on. I know what you're talking about now. It sounds like they just ripped off ICP.
No.
That's literally what the Joker decks are about.
I'm sure, and I know that it is because I was raised on ICP, regrettably. But no, the Devil's Carnival does a really good job with itself. The second one, I'm still on the fence about. I need to rewatch it a couple times because me and my boyfriend have a theory about it. Because a lot of the music in the second one, which, by the way, is portrayed in heaven, a lot of it's like off tune and just doesn't quite sound right, but we have a theory about it that would make that make sense. So I need to rewatch it.
All right.
Because in the second one, they portray a past heaven and a future, or not a past heaven, a present heaven and a past heaven. And our theory is that the off tune is the present heaven because heaven is a little bit broken right now and it's just not functioning correctly. And then the past heaven, the music is nice and it's not discordant and awful and off key. So we're trying to figure out if that's actually true or if that's just, us having watched it once and assuming that's what happened.
I haven't seen it. I wouldn't know yet.
Me neither.
Oh boy. Video's been up for not long and it's already got a freaking copyright strike.
Are you kidding me?
You're kidding me. The
freaking end them all.
Fatal Fury one? I haven't even seen that yet.
Yeah, freaking Yam 112003 end them all again. Wait, 558 through 627. I'm talking over that clip. How the heck do you own this?
Put it on Facebook, dude. Put it on Facebook.
Put it on.
That's one reason I hate being a reviewer. I gotta worry about fucking copyrights.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was under fair use, though.
It is under fair use. I'm gonna dispute the shit out of this.
Have you contacted FUPA?
Who?
The Fair Use Protection, whatever. The thing that was set up to help content creators who are being plagued by copyright strikes on fair use stuff. There's a fund that's been set up.
I have not, but I have to contact them about that because this is
I want to see.
Because are you guys familiar with Molebeat, the guys who own Azumanga Daioh? Apparently.
Yeah.
I guess.
They do not understand fair use laws at all. And apparently I was reading online that the reason they don't is because none of them speak English. And I'm like, that's no fucking excuse.
That's a terrible excuse.
But, yeah.
That's unfortunate. Well, after that, check out the new Salt compilation, because I'm kind of curious as to what they have. I have not paid attention to any fighting game FGC news in recent years. I might be low tier god again, for all we know.
It's a lovely dong.
What?
Somebody in your little live chat was like, "Has anyone seen a picture of Peter Steele's dong? It's a lovely dong."
Ooh.
And I'm just like, I'm imagining like the anime hearts and just like swooning.
You mean Pete Steele from Typo?
I don't know.
Or whatever.
Peter Steele's dong is what it says. So.
Oh shit.
Is the chat really talking about the genitalia of a deceased man?
There was somebody who mentioned it, yeah.
Oh dear.
Need a good poison ivy, and I'd love to see Man-Bat in a DC.
The problem with the poison ivy right now, I've heard that they were looking into Megan Fox, and while
No.
While I think I was asked my opinion about this as soon as it was like a rumor, because everybody's like anything to do with Harley Quinn. People are like, "Oh, by the way," and I'm like, "Yes, I've seen that like 1,000 times already. Thank you." Somebody asked what my opinion was about Megan Fox as Poison Ivy, and for me, I think that she has the general look, but I don't think she has the acting chops for
Can't
it.
act for shit.
Right.
No.
The only reason I would ever want to see Megan Fox as Poison Ivy is if her and Margot Robbie have a love scene.
Yeah,
Oh God,
maybe.
no.
That works.
Hey.
I am not against
I'm thinking with
lesbians.
my
I'm
boner.
not even against Harley and Ivy, but no.
I'm thinking with my boner here, but I'm just like, okay, I'll accept it if that's what you're planning. Other than that, though, please find a better actress.
Yes, yeah.
I swear, I think the director needs to tell Megan Fox, Megan, it's time to act. Take the vibrator out.
Please, kindly take the vibrator out of your cunt.
No.
Yeah, I remember once I
No.
actually got blocked by someone a couple of years ago for saying that. I was like, did you not see how that woman acts? Like, what movie was it again that I saw that made me do that?
Transformers?
No, it wasn't Transformers. It was that Western movie.
Western. 8 million Ways to Die in whatever in the West?
No, it was Jonah Hex. That's it.
Oh. I didn't even know she was in that movie. I'm with Vemon on that. I hate her as April O'Neil.
I don't think she was that bad. It sounded like that they put that she actually turned it. She wanted to try to act today. I don't know about you, but plus I actually really enjoyed that first movie.
I liked it. I just didn't like her performance. I actually liked it better than Transformers.
I think about the Transformers movie too, if only because we actually got plenty of turtle action.
Hot turtle on turtle action.
Yeah, I mean it's better.
I said German turtles now.
It's a
What
lot
did you
better
say?
than
I said German turtles now.
Oh, shut up.
They will
No,
serve
I'm
the
talking
funeral well.
la, 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 la. This is not Turn on Angel on stream.
Oh yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
The shells aren't the only thing hard right now. My Führer.
Yeah.
And this is how Danny goes to hell. And
Honey, you know me. You're already going to hell.
We all are.
We're gonna have a party.
We'll probably have a party at Lust.
Let's
We'll
see.
be Lust. As long as Michael Bay doesn't do He-Man or Thundercats. I could actually see him doing Thundercats. Not gonna lie. I would actually like to see Michael Bay do Thundercats.
Okay. You know, forget Bay doing Thundercats. Just have him do Metal Slug.
Okay, yeah, that too. Metal Slug.
It's like, come on, he is perfect for Metal Slug. It's
Slug is
loud, bombastic, explosive. Just have him do it. He already said he wants to.
There's also Contra. You could do a Contra movie too.
Yeah, but I think out of everyone, he should be the one to do Metal Slug just because that's literally what he does in every movie he makes. Soldiers, boom, explosions, boom, hot chicks, boom, more explosions, boom, guns, explosions, more hot chicks, boom, 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 boom. Metal Slug.
As long as they quote the weapons in that movie. I want to hear rocket launcher, heavy machine gun.
Yeah, I was actually playing the first game while I was over at Harley's house, and I was like, "Oh, you gotta check out this game. It's so much fun." And I was just go. I love that game.
3 with the zombies, with the blood fuke zombie vomit.
Yeah, but I was only playing the first one. That's the one that I know the best.
Well, for me, it's 3. I love 3. 3's the best. 3's amazing. But Metal Slug, the first one's great.
Yeah, I actually played that on the arcade back in the day. Like, I didn't play many games on the arcade, but Metal Slug was one of the few ones that I actually played because it was at my local Pizza Hut. And whenever my mom actually was around, she would take me and my brother to go eat pizza. and there's a Metal Slug machine right in the lobby, and I was like, what the heck's Metal Slug? And I played it, I'm like, yeah, shooting shit.
Killing giant hermit crabs and shit.
That's me when I play Metal Slug.
Yes. Was it a Neo Geo MVS?
No, it was just an arcade machine.
Okay, all right. Let's say
I doubt they
Neo
still
Geo,
have
you
it,
got
but if they
lucky,
do, I'm
man.
gonna buy it one day.
I was gonna say, man, if you got to play it on a Neo Geo MVS, you were lucky. Those are like the best fucking arcade cabinet there is.
It may have been a Neo Geo MVS actually. Again, it's been so long, man. I was literally like maybe 8 or 9 whenever I played it.
I don't feel bad. I like grew up on old Neo Geo MVS arcade machines. Like, for me, it was Neo Geo, Capcom and all that. I grew up in the arcades, so you name it, I played it.
I grew up in my bedroom.
Well, I had to say, you guys,
I grew up under the Third Reich.
I actually grew up in my bedroom looking up weird sexual shit that I ended up being into, so you're not far off.
To be fair, I grew up.
I'm making a joke, okay.
Porn tapes.
Like, I was that 13-year-old that, like, as soon as they got the internet, I was, like, sitting here, like, okay, now I gotta look up BDSM. No, I went on Wikipedia and just looked up, because I was a good little Christian girl. I couldn't actually look at the porn. So I would be on Wikipedia being like, okay, what is this? Oh, yeah, that sounds hot. Oh, what is this? Oh, yeah, that sounds hot. I think I like that.
It was a little different than that. I didn't really get internet until, what?
For me, it's like I was a good little Christian boy, but as soon as my balls dropped, I was like, I like boobs. I want boobs now. Let me squeeze the boobies. Someone find boobies for me to squeeze.
You don't know how much it is possible to like boobs until you meet my boyfriend. Like, I saw this anime picture more recently that was like, I like boobs! I like boobs more than anyone else! I'm like, that's literally James.
It's kind of hard to compete with us. For me, it was just, when I was a kid, I grew up looking at, staring at people's tongues. Let's put it that way.
All right.
That's how I wound up getting my cakes. Mine isn't nearly as exciting as yours. I got blocked. What the hell?
What?
Oh, I got blocked from another post. From somebody
Hey, did you check the laundry?
Starbucks vows to hire
the
10,000
website
refugees. Black Rifle Coffee vows to hire 10,000 veterans. Okay.
What is it about coffee?
That's Starbucks drama right now, where Starbucks says we want to hire 10,000 refugees, and like as soon as I said that, their stocks like immediately took a plummet.
Yeah. When Americans don't have enough jobs themselves, it's kind of not the thing you want to be saying. Although, I have to give it to them, Starbucks already has a program to hire vets, too. Like, that's a thing that exists.
Well, that's nice, at least. What's funny is there are plenty of people out there who are using the hashtag drink Starbucks to fight bigotry.
Scooters is better.
You know what I'm like? I'm like
Grave saying that.
I like Caribou. Actually, you know who has the best coffee?
Who?
Dunkin' Donuts.
I had a feeling you would say Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, for me, it's the smoothies. The one thing I hate about about Starbucks smoothies, I always got to stick a banana in everything.
I hate banana.
Well, me too.
Michael Bay Twisted Metal?
I myself prefer tacos.
Twisted Bagel. Yeah.
But for real, like, I was actually really surprised by how good Dunkin' coffee is. And I'm in love with coffee. So I had a cup and I was like, what the fuck? How is this so good?
I've never actually drank Dunkin' Donuts coffee because there's not like a Dunkin' Donuts around.
For me, it's always about Krispy Kreme, but I don't. Does Krispy Kreme have coffee?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Dunkin' Donuts is effectively a coffee house that also sells donuts. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I know. That's why they call it Dunkin' Donuts. You're supposed to dunk the donut in the coffee.
Actually, one night when I was working, because I work at Dunkin' Donuts, sadly,
Don't feel bad. Job's a job.
It's
I
totally
don't.
Boys Town. Don't feel bad.
We sold, like, some guy came through. We had 20 donuts that night. And some guy came through. He's like, I would like 2 dozen. And I was like, hold on, sir. Let me count our donuts, because I don't even think we have that many. I counted. It was 20. He's like, okay, I'll just have a dozen. He comes up to the window, and he's like, you know what? Actually, my wife said 12 wasn't enough. I'll just take all of them. I was like, okay. So for the rest of the night, I thought about saying, welcome to Dunkin'. We don't got donuts.
I might have said, I would have been as smart as said that. Danny, you're fired. I know, but it was worth it. It's like, well, me, I work I work, like, right now, I mean, right now I have a job, but I'm looking to get a brand new job, actually. One that can actually, pay better and support me. Right now I work at a gay-ass little truck stop. And I work the graveyard shift where all the interesting people come out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I swear, about 3 weeks ago, actually, earlier this month, I was walking into work, and there's this drunk old dude in the parking lot. He looks at me square in the eye and says, "Fuck's your problem, motherfucker." I'm like, eh? He tries to square up with me in the parking lot. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm probably 1/3 your age, and I got at least a solid foot reach on you. And I'm sober. I think I can take you.
When I worked the overnight on McDonald's, there was this one dude who called me a bitch because he was like, one of the things we were required to say at McDonald's is welcome back to McDonald's, right? That's what we were supposed to say.
Yeah.
So this guy's like, oh, I've never been to a McDonald's before. And I'm just sitting here thinking there's 8 within walking distance on this street. You've been to a Dunkin' Donuts. I couldn't say that, but I thought it real hard. So I just wasn't taking his shit. It'd been a long shift. I still had 80 bajillion things to get done before 6 a.m. And I was just kind of ignoring because he was constantly saying, oh no, why don't you believe me? I've never been to McDonald's. I've never been to And so he comes up to the window, and the window is really slick. Like, this window didn't have the protection from slamming it or anything like that. Like, so it does, just the least firm little close. If you were out of control at all whatsoever, it would smack and make a really loud noise. And I was irritated, so I took his money, and I wasn't paying attention, and I slammed it so hard it actually popped open again slightly. And he just goes, fucking bitch. And I was like, excuse me? So I went and I told my manager, and my manager was like, oh, hell no. And went to go put the food, this guy's food out the window himself, the second window, and said, thank you for ordering, don't come back.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
I was just like, fuck yeah, manager.
I would have the exact same way. Like, you don't treat workers like that. Like, if they're trying to provide a service to you, don't treat them like shit.
Right.
Hey, to be fair, if it makes you feel any better, when I used to work at Walmart, somebody spit on me.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, this lady had an attitude with me because the rule was at the time that you had to wait for your customer to shop. You know, they have to get something, then you got to wait for them to grab something, and then go about your way. Because you know those big mop things? Those big dust mops?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I was using that, and I was waiting for the customer, and the lady's like, you fucking serious? Go around. And I say, I'm just waiting for you to finish shopping for your stuff. You know, just go ahead and take your time. She says, well, it looks like we're going to be here a while. And
Okay.
I'm like, all right, that's fine. Then she goes, it takes about 5 minutes, and then about 5 minutes later, she goes, I think I'm going to have to call the manager. I'm like, what did I do? And he's like, you're being a fucking prick. I'm like, what? No, what am I doing right now, ma'am? I'm just waiting for you to grab your stuff. waiting for you to grab your whatever it is you need to grab. Go ahead and do it. Take as much time as you need. And then all of a sudden, her husband comes in. And at first, he's kind of coming to be Mr. White Knight. Then I explain what's going on. I explain the things. Then the two of them have sort of a back and forth. Basically, what they're saying is like, basically, the guy's like, basically telling him, like, this kid's just doing his job. This little boy's just doing his job. Let him do his work. And she's like, no, he's being a fucking prick and all that stuff. And finally, he shuts her up. I forgot what he said. He shuts her up. And then he calmly lets me on through. And I say, thank you very much, sir. And as soon as I said, thank you very much, sir, she spits on me and then says, you fucking prick. I had to take a break after that.
What?
Take a break after that.
You're too polite, fucking prick.
Yeah. That's basically what happened.
I swear, people are interesting.
I took every ounce of power I had not to knock her out.
Had
it not have been my job, I would have probably gone to jail.
I am sincerely way too nice for the drive-through. Which, I mean, I get hella tips when we're allowed to take them, but like half my not half, actually we have pretty decent customers because we have quite a few regulars, but like the ones who aren't regulars, a good chunk of them are just like rude. There was this one guy who, after taking his half dozen donuts home, he returns a half an hour later and was like, I didn't order these. I didn't want sprinkles.
How do you accidentally drive off with 24 donuts?
No, half dozen. So it was only 6, but he had ordered chocolate frosted ones, and I'd given him chocolate frosted with sprinkles.
He didn't say
because we didn't have any. Right. He's like, I didn't want sprinkles. You need to give me a refund. I was like, it's sprinkles. Sprinkles don't do anything except provide more sugar. And you're going to be this freaking... Mind you, this wasn't the first encounter I'd had with him. He also insisted that our black food dye changed the taste of the frosting, the tasteless food dye. And said that he was never going to come back.
I'm like, good, don't come back if you're going to be a douche.
Right, me and my manager kind of, once he was gone, we're just like, good, stay gone. Bye.
When you work at retail and fast food, they're always like, I guess I'll take my business elsewhere. And I'm like, do it. There's the door. Please, just go.
Well, somewhere else. I don't give a shit. I don't want to deal with your ass. Let somebody else deal with you.
I don't understand how do customers think that's an insult? It's like, I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Everyone in their... If you work fast food or retail or a gas station, it's like, you have no shortage of customers. This one asshole going somewhere else is not going to end the world.
Personally, I really liked working retail over fast food, mostly because although I did have to deal with a lot of customers, I didn't have to do dishes, I didn't have to make food, I didn't have to mop every night. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Why I don't like working at my job. I'm actually hoping to become a corrections officer soon at a maximum security prison. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a couple phone calls back, actually.
I'm hoping to get a job at the local liquor store. So.
No.
Yeah, I don't regret my job at Walmart. I work at Boys Town now. I love working at Boys Town. Put it this way, you get so much free shit there. You get to, not only do you get to, if you have insurance there, then you get your prescriptions for free. There's that. On top of that, since it's, basically a school, you get to work out in their gyms. And their gym is amazing. Dan, you saw that picture of their gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty badass looking gym, right?
Yeah, my gym's kind of small. In fact, like I'm hoping once I start this job at the correctional facility, I'll be able to get this new job at a place called Ultimate Fitness, and that's a much better gym. They're open 24 hours a day.
So people in the chat are talking about Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody brought.
For some reason, people are talking about Emmer. It's like, okay, well, Emmer's not here right now. So I mean, it's like I get it why they
Yeah,
go to
I
school,
don't
why they
give
go
a
do that
shit
because
what
I've been on
Emmer
Ember's
thinks
stream
about
before.
Teen Titans.
But it's like Ember's not here. Can
I love his reaction and reviews, but that doesn't mean I have to give a shit about everything he says.
Yeah, it's like, and even then, it's like, and I know we're friends and stuff, but I don't have to agree with everything he says.
Yeah, exactly. I love watching reaction and reviews. It's like I find his videos to be funny, but doesn't mean I have to agree with them. Because, you know, he sits there, you know, he said Teen Titans was for weebs. I'm like, and he, you know, he's got that contrarian attitude sometimes.
Yeah, he can be a bit of a contrarian, but I don't really mind it. You know, it's like I'm used to it at this point. I mean, again, after an old fart tries to fist fight you in a parking lot, I mean, a guy not liking a cartoon you like is pretty passe.
Yeah.
Hey, David said that Emma has nice tits.
Oh
I
God,
have nicer tits. I have the nicest tits.
Yes.
I remember I
Yes.
looked in them.
my tits are in development because I'm bench pressing all the time.
How much are you up to now, Danny? What are you
Huh?
pressing now? What are you pressing now?
Still embarrassingly low. I can max out maybe about 150.
150? Shit,
I'm
dude, I'm way
my,
ahead of you. I'm at
I know, dude.
285.
You were an athlete in school, and my chest is the hardest area for me to build.
That sucks. I'm at 285 now. That's what I was. That's what I was benching in high school.
Dude, I would shoot a baby in the mouth to bench 285. I'm not even kidding.
I
Like,
actually took a weightlifting class in high school.
Oh, really?
nice.
Yeah, I fucking sucked.
Uh,
I have no arm strength.
I mean,
I didn't
what's
know I
funny?
was
What was
that
funny
ahead of you,
about
dude.
my workout and stuff like that uh is my body is extremely uneven. Like, I can curl like 100 some pounds, no problem. But when it comes to bench pressing, I struggle with like 125
Jeez, man.
as a rep. It's
I
weird.
really
And when it comes
only
to
go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really only took the weightlifting class so I could avoid having to take a class where I had to run, because I have like perpetual smoker's lungs no matter how healthy I am. Like even when I was working out on a daily basis, I still had terrible lung capacity. So running is not my thing. So I took it to try and avoid running, and I did avoid running, but then I ended up dropping out anyway. So I guess it didn't matter.
Oh, for me, it took. Well, I did football
Like,
in high school.
naturally, if you have perpetual smoker's lungs, the best way to improve your lung capacity is to just quit smoking.
For me,
Apparently, someone wants to know if anyone has ever given a shit about Kid Rock.
like 20
Nah.
So I don't care about him.
I don't think so either. I don't know why
about
anybody
back in the
cares about
90s.
celebrity opinions, honestly.
Yeah, I've had enough with celebrity opinions. I don't care about them. I don't really give a shit. Just because they're popular doesn't mean I have to give a shit about what they say.
Yeah.
Same here. I don't.
Have you seen Steve Bloom lately? He's gotten really political. He's kind of lost it too.
I don't care. Just have him voice more stuff. It's like I really don't follow celebrity political opinions. After I saw
I hate
the
it when they shove. I hate when they try to shove them down your throat like those fucking montages. Those were terrible. The ones where
here's the celebrity's opinion. Congratulations, they have the exact same opinion as everyone else in Hollywood.
Yeah, you guys probably saw my post on Facebook today where I'm just like tired of kind of everybody spouting all of these opinions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, one of the people that I had to stop following on Twitter was Tara Strong, because she would constantly on her Twitter post anti-Trump rhetoric, whether or not it was true, whether or not it was always just anti-Trump, 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 anti-Trump all the time, no matter what. And I was like, Tara, I love you, but no.
Stop. I love you, but stop.
Shut up. Go back to voicing, what's the lady's name? What's the chick's name? The horse's name from My Little Pony, the purple one?
Well, I mean, and she voiced Harley, too.
She voiced Raven and Timmy Turner.
She voiced so many characters that I love or I like, but, like, honey, stop it with the political stuff.
Like, don't talk politics. Just don't talk politics. Get back to.
I'm not saying you can't, but like, you have to realize that people get fucking tired of it eventually. And
I
you don't
think-
want to, like, if you're a voice actor, why are you posting nothing but political stuff? You have nothing to do with politics. You can have a political opinion all you want, but maybe mix in some stuff that actually relates to other things sometimes.
Yeah, it's just
Also,
I
stay away
really
from CNN.
yeah, it's like I really can't care much for any celebrity's political opinion because they're always the same. They're always very heavy liberal leftist point of view about recent topic, and they all say the same thing, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Kind of makes me glad that fucking people like Doug Walker kept his mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never see him talk about.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely grateful for the bigger people who do keep their mouths shut. I mind you, if you're like a big personality who is about politics, you know, fine, whatever. And I'm not saying that anybody outside of that doesn't have the right to have an opinion or to voice it if they want. They do. It's just when it's constant. When you're constantly harping on about your political opinion when the reason people are following you has nothing to do with your political opinion, you're hurting your brand, you're hurting your business. You should know that that's actually detracting from your potential income, from your fan base, from, you know, whatever else.
Yeah, like did you guys see that video from Insomniac?
Yes, Insomniac Games when they made a whole political bullshit.
No.
Yeah, they're all like, we hire people of all backgrounds. We celebrate diversity. That's why we don't support the Muslim ban. I'm like,
Nobody cares.
It's
Make
not a
video
Muslim
games.
ban.
it's not a Muslim ban, number one. And number two, why are you guys doing this? Like, I understand if you're doing it on your free time or something like that. Like, but you just make your games. I'm sorry, just make your games. You are standing on your soapbox, doing nothing but political grandstanding. You are
Even when they agree
you're
with my
you're
political
modeling your body.
views. Even when they agree with my own political views, I still feel that way. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
why
like,
I follow you.
Yeah, like, for example, if DC Comics today were to come out and say something like, "Yeah, we totally support Trump," and be like, "DC, calm your tits, okay? Get back to making your fucking
That's
books."
cool. You support Trump. Good for you. Now
Sorry, Anime
go
Heat.
back and make more shows.
Okay, well, it's been nice and lovely hanging out with you all. I have a friend coming over, so I have to go. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Good luck with not making it political now that I'm gone.
It's all good. It's all good.
It was nice. It was nice having you on. You're more than welcome to join any other time I do this.
It's good to
Okay.
it's good to talk to you again, Angel. We haven't talked in what?
Yeah, I mean,
5
hit me up.
years?
Just hit me up. You know where I am.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I will.
All right.
Maybe at some point you can come back. You can go to NEPCON or something.
Yeah, maybe. I have a lot of cons on my itinerary because I go around with a charity group.
Oh, nice.
So, but
yeah, you wouldn't be really impressed with last year's NEPCON 2016.
yeah,
The
I
new
heard a
place
lot
was
of
nice, but yeah.
I heard a lot of stuff went down.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. They might be getting rid of the party block because of two things. One, somebody knocked out a security guard.
Oh boy.
Number two, two people were caught fucking in one of those since it's near the Cabela's, they were caught fucking in one of the boats.
Mm.
One of the ones on display. So apparently they might be getting rid of the party block, which I can understand because they got alcohol. They sell alcohol there all the time. So
Okay, so last question from the chat that I will relay. If they made a live-action Black Cauldron, who would play the Horned King? Peace.
Let me think.
later, let's see. I don't remember that one.
You'd have to have a really, really, really deep voice, you know. Fuck. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question. I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a stream too, actually, because I gotta cook some shit.
Yeah, and dude, you have to watch the newest Salt, the newest Ma Ninja Salt.
Yeah, I'll pull up the salt while I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Who would be a good live action Horned King? I don't really know since he's mostly obstructed anyway. So I just say get Jim Cummings to do the voice and just have an actor just play the role.
I guess that makes sense.
Keith David would do a really good job. He's got that voice.
Oh, he's got that kind of voice. Yeah, I see that. Wait. How about what's another one? John DiMaggio. He's got a deep voice.
He can do it too. Scott McNeil could probably do it pretty well as well.
Yeah, there's that.
But all right, let's go ahead and call this a stream. I gotta cook a lot of shit tonight, and I'm hungry.
Alrighty. All right, no problem.
Hope everyone had a fun time. If you haven't yet, my latest video just got uploaded, and hopefully I'm gonna win the copyright battle. I believe I will because the AMA 11 2003 Endemol has they don't usually hold their copyright against me. They're annoying, yeah, but they don't usually win keep the copyright up. So just check out my newest video. It just uploaded while I was doing this stream. Take care, everyone.
Later, guys. Later.